me?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you clear.
All right, good, good,
You see
good.
me? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good, man. I just got off work and then I had to feed my daughter and I had to feed myself. Then she breaking in the room, so and we share the food because we eat together, man.
Yeah, for
So
sure. That's what it's all about, eating with the family. That's
yeah,
you
man.
do all of this so that you eat with your family. That's what that's the number one goal right there.
Yes, sir, man. The family is everything, man. Yeah, so before I begin, man, I would like to thank you for everything that you've been doing, man. So I would like to say honor and respect to you, and I really appreciate all the work and wisdom that you've been given, especially your book. For me, your book is like a map, and your video is the compass, so that allow me to navigate to success. And telling you the truth, I already have not a massive amount of success, but I would say a decent amount of success. So, disclaimer: my daughter might bust in the room, things
Hey,
like that.
it's part of life. This is the
Yeah,
real
man.
this is the real thing right here. This ain't
It is.
no makeup. This ain't no makeup made up, Hollywood stuff. We
Yeah,
living
man.
our lives.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
man.
cool.
And we've been having couple problem with the kids that live down here. They keep pulling the fire extinguisher, the fire alarm. So at any moment it might goes off because I don't know yet. Now, before I begin everything, this might not going to be a full consultation because I pretty much know everything that you said in the book because I don't want to waste your time. And I read all the chapters. I'm telling you, man, I listen to your playlist. You got a playlist that called How to Make It in the Music Industry. It
Mhm.
has 64 videos on it. Every time I go to work, though, I just listen to all of it because I work in the garbage industry. So
Mhm.
I pick up trash with a big truck that has a crane on it. So
Yeah.
I got a earphone, it's Bluetooth, and I just let the video play and listen to it over and over. Now, one thing that strike me, that was a video that you made the other day called plagiarism when people stole your shit. Dog, this one hit home. Like this one, I was at my mind just I had to stop the truck, turn off, and tell you the truth, man, I cry, man. I just like I'm like, wow. It's like you're a psychologist that went inside my mind and break the chain. I'm like, yo, this is what happened to me. I just now realized that. Okay, so not to bore you enough, I made a song last December. I made it in November 2018 called Okay Google. All right, based on your book, I went to the book and I followed the steps. And anybody that watch right now, you may not understand, so you need to get the book. That's why before you book anything, you need to get the book. So I get the book. I went to the chapter about the social media and the content, and then to make a song, make a content about what people are researching. And one of your video, you mentioned how to get more followers. So you have to make keywords and conjunction on to what people are already looking for, like keywords that have 100, 200 million, 1 million search. So what I did, I I come up with a title, okay Google. It's like pretty much everybody always on their phone, okay Google. Okay Google, look for this, look for that.
Yeah.
Now I make a song called Okay Google, and I put a lot of keywords in the song, and I actually train the AI to rap with me.
Mm.
So I was rapping with the AI. So sometime when people say, "Okay, Google, can you rap?" My song come up.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
you got like millions of people searching. So I encoded that. I got people calling me. They said the when my song is playing, every time I say, "Okay, Google" in the song, everybody around phone start ringing. They start picking up. So my song, that's how it got into Spotify, one of the Spotify playlists.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a big playlist, but
Yeah.
dog, I got into one of their playlists.
Yeah,
So,
that's big. That's huge.
yeah, man. So I followed the step that you say that about the AI, the algorithm. Like if you keep uploading things,
Yeah.
the algorithm going to recognize you and they're going to recommend, suggest, and things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So what happened is Spotify, when I sent the song to them, Spotify, the town where I stay at, is called Fort Lauderdale. However, Fort Lauderdale is kind of like French. So they picked up the song. They like, okay, the AI was speaking with the information that I made. So I tricked the AI to thinking like, okay, I'm from a French speaking place. So they recommend my song to friends and it blew up over there.
Wow.
Okay, so my song is number one in France,
Wow.
and then all over Europe, you know, start getting popular.
Yeah.
And this is where the problem came in. And I was trying, I follow one of your steps about how to get things on certain stores, the distribution. So pretty much I'm all in the stores. I'm with DistroKid. If anybody want that, you can go to my channel, click on the link, you'll go to DistroKid. So I noticed I'm not in Pandora. All right. So, and I went to Pandora. I was trying to get an artist account. I think they call it Pandora Amp. So I type my song and then the title pop up. I'm like, wait, I'm not in Pandora.
Yeah.
What is my song doing there? So when I click it, there was some dude over there in Italy and some white dude. And then I'm like, okay, he got a song called Okay Google too. All right, let me listen to it. So I was listening to his song. He was singing in Italian. And what he was saying, he was trying to, you see, this is the same way like you said it in your video. You see what the person wants to do, but it's so corny. It's like, yo, you can match my style. I'm unique. This is me. You know, this was given to me by God. You cannot take it. So he was trying to act like me on the song and trying to sing with the AI and asking Google the same question, but he was asking it in Italian. Wow. So he actually has a girl that sounds like an AI. He couldn't train the AI to talk back to him. So he copied my song, he copied the lyrics, he transformed it, and then I'm like, yo, this dude swagger jacked me, man. Yeah. And guess what? He got into Pandora. I can't.
That's interesting.
You know, that's the same thing, man. That was, you know, dog. This is crazy, man. So I don't know what your advice on that. Should I pursue this dude? Because, you know, technically he didn't fully rip me off, but come on, man, give a nigga a shout out. Yo, I got inspired, you know, by this dude, So, yeah, give me a second.
That's an interesting story, man. This is the first time someone has actually reached out to me and said that something from the book worked for them and is getting results. I mean, some people told me that people been telling me they like the book. This is the first time someone actually told me that they applied some of the information and they're seeing real results. So this is great, man. I'm happy. When I was writing that book, man, I was just speaking from the heart. It's like, it's weird when you're hearing like, wow, that it's actually working for other people. It's like, I was just telling the truth and just telling people what I did. This is crazy to hear this.
Yes.
Now, as far as the guy, that's it. That's an interesting story. So you sure he didn't make this song before you did? You made this?
That's it. Please, thank you. Allow me to explain. Okay. Now I'm like, okay, this could be a coincidence, right? I'm like, let me check the dude. When I check him, I make my song, like I told you, in November, and I send it in December.
Yeah.
So, and then when I checked him, he made his song in April this year. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? This is not coincidence. These guys tried to jack me. He took my shit. And guess what? When my sister, she lives in Paris, and my song kind of become like a meme over there. Like, yes. So sometimes when people are singing, instead of they say, okay, Google something, they ask like for a joke. and then my beat is playing. So that's how that dude see me. He's on YouTube. He got a weird name. I don't want to give him any props, but he got a weird name. And the dude, he got shows right now. He got a nice little music video singing by a fire singing a song. But I don't understand what he's saying. But I believe like he swagger jack all my songs. And he taking everything that is good and then he translating on his own language. So I don't know what to do, man.
Wow. See, there's nothing that you really can do.
That's exactly. That's what I say. I'm like, just like Press said, you can just sit down and like, yo, this guy stole my shit.
Well, see, you really want to just hope that he's successful. And that's the hardest part about someone stealing your shit. And you really having a good lawsuit against them. And I don't want to really go into lawsuits and all that, but part of a good lawsuit is letting someone steal your shit and letting them just live.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest part because you want to be like, man, take that shit down. You stole this shit from me. But it's like, nah, let him. It's almost like I mean, it's almost you have to be flattered by it. They say imitation is the biggest form of flattery. You almost have to be flattered, like, wow, I'm doing something that worked. So to the point where someone copied and it's working for them. And you could chase those people down, or you could try to tell them to take it down and all that shit, threaten them. But it's really not good for music because when you think about it, if that dude blows up off that song and then one day he's like, hey, let me get, how do you pronounce your name? Ebon Blak or Ebon Blak?
Well, it's Ebon. Ebon.
That's what I was saying, Ebon Blak. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so if he wants to be like, yeah, let me put Ebon Blak. Let me make him go on tour with me. Maybe he could open up for me. So you never really know. But then if you come at him like, he may be just waiting to give you your you never know. He may be acknowledging you and listening to music. And he's waiting for you to be at the point where it's like, yeah, I want him to come and be a part of my show. So you don't want to, it's like with music is tough because in creative work, it's really tough because you want to get acknowledged for your work. The shit your thoughts, you want to get acknowledged for that shit. You don't want someone to just take your shit and run with it, or someone else going to take it and make millions of dollars with it. But that's really the essence of art and creativity. Derivatives, people taking your stuff, switching it up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
They have a song, you know what a monopoly means, right? And I'm not talking about the game, the video, the game, the board game.
Yeah, complete control or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can't have control of no one. It's just not fair. It's just not fair in business. And you can't have control over one industry where no one else could eat because it's just unfair.
It's not, man. It's not. Like, this is crazy.
Because then what you'll have is you'll just have one person that's just rich and no one else could go into that business. And when people come into the business, sometimes people make ideas better. So that's why a monopoly is illegal, because it kind of restricts creativity.
Yes, it does. It does.
And as hard as that is for the originators and the creators, it is what it is. And you got to bite that bullet. And man, I could tell you about crazy circumstance. My cousin is the one who made up the whip dance.
The whip?
You know the whip dance?
Yeah.
Now, his homie who he raps with, his name is PJ. He made up the Nene dance. And this is all documented. This is my cousin. This is my cousin, my dad's sister's daughter. Her son made up the whip dance. And to tell you the truth, I think I made up the whip dance because that's how I drive. Let me tell you, let me explain this story. This is a funny ass story.
Go ahead.
And nobody really knows about this story, but I think I made up the whip dance because that's how I drive. I drive like this. Okay. And when around the time the whip dance was made, my cousin was living with me. And he was in the car with me, and that's how I drive. I drive like this.
Okay.
And unconsciously, I drive like this. That's the whip dance. So my cousin is a dancer. He's been dancing for years. His name is Asani. And he made up this whip dance, and it goes whatever, how you do it, and go like this.
Watch me whip.
So make a long story short, my cousin Hassani made a song called Whip, and it had his dance, but his song wasn't that catchy, in my opinion. Make a long story short, Silento took his dance, the Whip, and it took his homie. They have a group called Famous to Most, and it's PJ and Hassani. And Hassani made up the Whip, and PJ made up the Nene. And that dude Silento took both of their dances and made a hit song, and they got no money off none of that shit. That's a fact. That's a fact. And Silento made millions off that shit.
Millions, yeah.
At the end of the day, I think I made up the Whip dance because that's how. But my cousin, I'm not gonna take no credit away from him. He made up the dance, and Silento knows about my cousin. My cousin used to dance for Ray Streamer and all of them, and he was doing all the dance, and the football players started doing it, and then Silento made a song. Watch me whip, watch me. Yeah. And that's the story of plagiarism. And it's like people will take your shit and make millions of dollars off that shit. Silento made millions. My cousin didn't get nothing off that.
Yes, sir. You know, and that's
what you gotta do.
Nothing. Nothing, man. And to add to that, the reason why. When I was driving the truck, and I stopped and I start thinking, and I'm like, yo, I've been used so many times, I didn't see this. I believe in one of your video when you said, if you can make 25 music videos, you're gonna be successful, that's the truth. That's what I said, yo. Oh, what is it now? Okay, tell mommy, I'll be back. Yeah, somebody's knocking. One of those kids. So, with the video, when you say make 25 videos, you'll be successful. So I commented down there, and I remember when I was in college. I just got off college, and I was making a YouTube channel for music videos, and I come up with a way to make tutorial, but I rap doing the tutorial while I'm telling you what to make, and then I make it in rapping and show it to you in the tutorials. And then somebody on Reddit saw it and it blew up. It got over 100,000 views. So I was selling the beats. People was emailing me, selling me the beats. They're like, if you go on YouTube right now, you type how to make the flickering effects, and then you see me popping up. So a girl called me. She's like, hey, I really like the way you do things and stuff like that. Can I buy the beats? I sold the beats. I sold it. I made over $2,500. All right. I'll come back outside. Yeah. I'm talking to someone right now, okay? I'll check with you later. All right. It's crazy. So, and then there's a little white dude on YouTube. He swagger jacked me. He took my style. He make a whole channel. He got like over 300,000 subscribers. Yeah. I only got like 2,000. And I'm like, yo, this guy is making money in advertisement and everything. He's getting all the money and the pussies that I was supposed to get. This guy stole my shit, man. And then I'm like, yo, man, look at me. I'm 30 years old right now. I'm driving a garbage truck. And people keep stealing my shit, stealing my style. And they didn't even say, hey, yo, man, I got this style from this dude right here. Give him a shout out, subscribe to his channel. Nah, the dude, he in the video, he was acting like he come up with the style. I'm like, yo, man, you swagger jack me, man. He was like, yeah, man, oh, I'll take it. He like, oh, guys, hey, let me know if you like the way that I do this tutorial. And everybody in the comment was like, yo, this is innovative. I never seen anything like that.
World.
Yeah, man. And then I told them, hey, man, I come up with this. They're like, no, you did not. He come up with it. I'm like, man, I did. So it's crazy, man. It's just swagger job all over again.
Hey, Steve Jobs said this. The great Steve Jobs, the creator of Apple Inc. and Apple computers. The creator of the iPhone, and the iPod, and iPad. Well, I don't know if he's but anyway, Steve Jobs said, "Good artists create, great artists still."
Yeah, I believe that was if we get this from Picasso or something like that.
Picasso, that's what they did. Picasso said that, man.
You know what? talking about this. All right, let's make some analysis. I don't know if you heard about that. Let's call it urban myth. We all know about the Matrix, right? The movie.
Yeah.
All right. So the brothers that make it, I think the Mawatsky, what's their name again?
It was the Wachowski brothers or
Yeah,
something.
the
Yeah,
Wachowski brothers.
They said it was a black woman that made the Matrix.
God damn.
Yeah.
You see? And then
this is a fact. People are gonna steal your shit.
Yeah.
And it's up to you to be offended by they could just they were inspired. That's how you say it politically correct. You don't say I didn't steal your shit. I was inspired by your shit. You inspired me to make that same shit, to make a Go Google song. I like your shit and I made my own. And damn, my shit is working too. Inspiration. I mean, it's a part of the game. It's just it sucks when you're in a position where you're not capitalizing off of it properly. You feel like someone else is capitalizing more than you are, and it makes you feel like what the fuck. Like, but it's really a good thing. We just get upset because it's like, oh, we didn't make $1 million off that shit before they did, so we get upset. But it's all part of this whole creative shit, man. Like people are gonna steal your shit, and it's like the more you contribute to the game, you become a place to steal from. You know, it's almost like if you had a store, people are gonna come. There's gonna be shoplifters. People are gonna come and steal from your fucking store every day. You become a place for people to steal, and you either gonna the Waltons, the Walmart family, the Waltons. They're making billions of dollars. They're like the richest family in the fucking world. But how much money do you think they lose in people stealing from them every fucking day?
Yes, a lot.
A lot. A lot. People, you become a place to steal from.
You steal, man.
This is a great conversation. I'm glad we're having this session because I was thinking in my head like, damn, what are we gonna talk about? I didn't said it. If you watch the last 3 consultations, I didn't said it all about content but it's great.
No.
All of these shits is unique. All of these consultations are unique, and it's just like, wow, this is a great conversation. Not even think about talking about this, but it took for you to kind of relate with me on this, and this is the dope conversation. But yeah, like I'm not gonna sit here and act like I ain't never. For a while, I was just swagger jacking, trying to make my way in the music business. Yes. My first hit in the music business was "Crank That Spider-Man."
Yes, from Soulja Boy.
Yeah,
the Soulja Unit.
Well, no, it wasn't Soulja Unit. It was the Duffel Bag Boys. Okay. And the Duffel Bag Boys consists of Naughty and another guy named Dredd, and they're from Brooklyn. They was in the Criminals Gone Wild movie. And I was shooting music. I wanted them to be in the Criminals Gone Wild movie, and I was like, at the time they had a rap group, so I started shooting music videos for them. So I was like, yeah, just help me with the movie. I'm gonna shoot your music videos. And plus, I was trying to get up my experience as a music video director. I mean, these were like the first music videos, that I ever shot. So I was doing it for experience. In the process, I ended up making a viral video. And my first viral video that really went viral on the Prestley Snipes channel that you could search on this channel, it was Crank That Spider-Man. And that was a swagger jack. That whole Crank That Spider-Man was a remix of Crank That Soulja Boy. And at the time, Crank That Soulja Boy was the hottest shit in the world.
The hottest, man.
The hottest shit. It's like Old Town Road, like how Old Town Road is hot.
That's what I was telling the other day.
Soulja Boy was winning. Like people don't remember how much Soulja Boy was winning. Like I seen it firsthand. We made a remix to his song and our shit went viral. We had labels calling us. So it's like that swagger jacking shit is cool. Like people don't like when you steal this shit word for word. Like you totally just stole my shit and didn't even try to do your own swag. You just took my shit exactly. That's when you kind of get offended. But you know, when people remix your song, it's kind of like you kind of got to be flattered because that's part of hip hop. But yeah, my first viral, my entry into the music business was off Soulja Boy. I'm gonna give Soulja Boy his credit off this one.
Yes.
Because when we put that Crank That Spider-Man shit out, that shit blew up. We had I made them a podcast on iTunes. This is before I even knew how to distribute my music on TuneCore and DistroKid. we made a podcast with the Duffel Bag Boys and their mixtape, and we had the Crank That Spider-Man song on there, and we had the Crank That Spider-Man video as a video podcast, and that shit went to number one podcast on iTunes, and this was back in the day. So and Soulja Boy song was number one, and our podcast was number one, and this was off of a Swagger Jack, you know. And like I said, the song was different from his song, but like I said, that was my first hit in the music business, was off of the homies copied somebody's shit, and so it's almost like, nah, that shit works. Like, yeah, you come up with a good, if the idea is really, if you know it's a good idea, if people are copying it, it's always like you gotta tap yourself in the back, like, damn, I'm on to something. People copying my shit. This was a good fucking idea. Yeah,
it was.
They ain't gonna copy it if the shit is whack. Yeah. So you sound like you on the right path. You just have to work faster than the copycats, because the bootleggers, once the bootleggers find out about it, it's over. And really, the bootleggers are gonna work to your advantage. When your shit pops off, the bootleggers are gonna work to your advantage. You just don't like when the bootleggers are working on the other side, on the other team. You get what I'm saying? Like, that shit is gonna work to your advantage. You gotta keep grinding and work faster than the bootleggers, because they'll replicate your shit and you'll get forgotten. And somebody else will pick your shit up, somebody with a bigger following, and that's what we're battling.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
People with a bigger following than you. And that's really the battle right now. The battle is to get your following up enough to where when you put something out, people are, no, that was Ebon Blak. He made that first. You got a big following, because if not, people are gonna take your shit and run with it. And the people with a bigger following, they're gonna get the credit for it every time. There's nothing you could do about it. Fucking cry. There's nothing you could do about it but cry. But I'll let you talk, because I've been ranting for a second. I love this topic, man. It's a good one.
All right. Now, with what you said about Soulja Boys, I remember I was in high school, and then when you come with Crank That, and in the book you explain that make a song similar to something that is popular, something people are already looking for. And when you make Crank That Spider-Man, and people, when they were looking for Crank That Soulja Boys, when they watch it and they're like, let me see what else people can crank.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man came.
Yeah.
You know, so now a lot of people don't know that Soulja Boys actually break iTunes. He was like the only independent artist that break the front of iTunes. Now, my question to you,
great Soulja Boy, the great, like, I swear, and free Soulja Boy right now. Soulja Boy, I get nothing but props to him. Like, like part of my, I don't mean to cut you off, but all praises due to Soulja Boy.
Yeah, Soulja Boy. I was like, when I was 17, he was like a big idol for me. I'm like, man, this kid is young just like me. He made this song. I'm like, yo, man, I gotta make a song like his. But I was not around people that has the same mindset that I had, so I could not collaborate. Every song that I made one song, I published it on TuneCore. I never got a penny from it. You know, and then that song, the name was "Give Me Some Pleasure," and then I made it that because of the whole thing that was going on with Charlie Sheen back then, when he was saying like I'm winning and all that, and I took elements of that and I put it. It did really well, but I never got a penny. They just took my song down. They say, okay, copyright something. Back then I didn't even know anything.
Yeah, they be hating.
Just, you know. Now my question to you right now. You all right?
Nah, I'm by a window, so people be walking by and shit. I'm not in the fucking on the 50th floor right now.
Yeah, when you were back in that $50,000 apartment, you know, when you.
Nah, man, I'm stacking up to buy some properties, man. I'm over here trying to buy some properties, so I'm living. I got a nice spot, but I ain't spending a lot of. I'm not living like a rich man like I used to. Part of growing up, you start saving for the family.
That was a great wisdom, man. So now, in your video, you mentioned in the streaming thing, you say like streaming is the way, is the new way. People don't buy music, people don't buy shit anymore. They still do, but not at the level they used to. Now, what is your thoughts on iTunes closed down right now? I don't know if you heard about that.
I heard about that.
Yeah, and they like, you know.
My first reaction was, what the fuck? Like, part of my, I came in the game, my main business model was iTunes downloads. Like, so to hear that shut down, it's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of, I don't want to say defeating. It's kind of, I'm sad. I'm sad. It's not the right word. What's the word? It's just, it's sad. I mean, it's a whole new era. It just marks a whole new era.
Streaming.
Because literally, I made but see, it reminds me that it's time for me to upgrade and learn new shit, learn new tricks, because that's that old shit. You made your money, you bought your Benzes, you bought your Beamers. Like I didn't came up off of iTunes downloads. Like that shit was a major part of my life, making money off of downloads. And when that streaming shit happened, I was fortunate enough that I was able to have a hit song around that time. I didn't have to play with them old tricks. But I think that a lot of that shit still applies with the streaming. Like you could luck up and get on a playlist, your remix can get on something. You could do
That's what I did.
Yeah, you could get 1 million streams, and that shit would be no different than, you know, like back in the day, if we got 40,000 downloads, that was a jackpot. Or for one song, shit, we did 20,000 downloads or 10,000 this month. That was a jackpot. So I think it's the same with streaming. I think it's if you can, it's happening at a bigger scale because more people on the internet. Before there was less people on the internet. I think it's more people. So now I think the opportunity to go viral is greater now. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of sad to hear iTunes is closing down, but you know, it's get with the new. Out with the old, in with the new. It's all about streaming. We got to figure out ways to get people streaming our music more. Get caught up in the past too much. You know what I mean?
Okay. Now with this, I would like you. It's like an opinion. I know you said you're going to make another edition of your book, right?
Yeah.
You know, if you can go in depth about that, and one chapter you say you were going to add is how to get good ideas. You know, things like that. So if you could add that and discuss the shutdown of iTunes and how you can propel in streaming, because my song, when you well, I don't want to say that, but may the Most High bless, you know, and Nipsey also. I don't want to call his name. I want that, let the homie rest. But when he Swagger Jack your videos, and then he you know, he get all the credit. You know, you didn't get the credit. But when I checked the streaming, when you were making that video and you said put your shit on Spotify, you know, and all that, because they own over 62% of the music industry.
Yeah.
Which I did. And all my video I say, hey, check me on Spotify and all that. However, over there in Europe, it seems like I got more play on Deezer. I got a lot of play on Deezer. I got play on Spotify too, but it seems like I'm not quite sure. Maybe in France, Paris, people use Deezer. So I got a lot from Deezer, but most coming from Spotify, you know. And then when I was following the example that you were giving and how the streaming worked, how to go gold, which is 75 million, platinum is 150 million, which I'm really far from that. So you know, I want you, I'm not gonna tell you to do some research because you already did everything. You give it all. Anybody that watching, buy the book. That's the first thing. Buy the book, man, because I got everything in this, man. I put 30 tracks out. I made a song with a girl called Love Me. Her name is Andrina. We put that song, and one of the people on YouTube make a little movie, and then they contact us, and then they say, can they put the song in the movie because the mood of the song. So it was like a little independent things, nothing big.
But that's how it happens, though.
Yes.
That's how shit happens. And it could be the big movie next time. But had you not put this shit out there, there would be no opportunity.
Yeah,
you know, we create our own opportunities. Opportunity is like that whole opportunity comes knocking at the door. No, it came knocking because you created that opportunity. It's not like back in the day, we used to think, oh, hopefully someone discovers me. The opportunity just comes knocking at the door. And that's why you got all these people. You know, it's just, you create the opportunity. You know, I don't want to go off on that. There was something that you said before that I didn't want to talk over you.
Okay.
But it was something that you just said that it stood out.
You mean the Nipsey Hussle thing, the streaming?
Oh, the Nipsey Hussle thing. Yeah, and like I said, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. You know, I don't want no one to think I was trying to be petty about it. But I was just talking about how people will copy your stuff and you won't get any recognition. There was some point that it was something along that line. It'll come back to me in a second. It was a good point. I just didn't want to. You was on a roll, so I didn't want to cut you off.
All right. Well, let's move in now. My second points that I want to make. Okay, since you already make everything, and I would like to throw this out there. If anybody you're watching, okay, so this isn't the time to ask questions. This is the time to buy the book and do your own study. All right. This is the time to collab. So what I was proposing right now, if anybody you watching this video and we can come up with a team, like I come up with the name. This is just an example, like the PSS, the Prestley Snipes students. All right, we have the book, and then we study. Everything that we do is according to the book. We filter it to the book. All right, so and then we come up with the one song a week challenge. All right, so let's say that last guy, his name was King Musa.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other guy and the first guy, let's say him, me, we form the group, the PSS, all right, or the PSG, the Pressley Snipe Gang, something like that.
Yeah.
And then we come up with the challenge, one song a week. So what I need, if somebody watching, you're a marketer, all right, we need a marketer. We need probably a dancer. I think the first guy was a producer.
Yeah.
And I'm also a producer. And then we need a writer, all right? So in order for you to be a part of us, one, you need to get the book. That's going to be our Bible, all right? And then two, you're going to get to get a PRO. If you don't know what a PRO is, get the book. That's what I'm saying. All the information in there. And then we're going to make split shit, all right? We're going to make a song a week and see where it goes, And once we make a song a week, everybody put the PRO in the split sheet, and then we upload it. And then everybody shoot a little video, a little segment on the phone, and then we send it to one of you guys that is a videographer. You make a video, press the upload it, and then we did that every week. We call it the 1 week music challenge, the 1 week music video challenge for 4 weeks. I think that would be a great idea. Now it's time to work, man. It's no time to ask questions. Hey, what is this? What is that? Buy the goddamn book. That's what you need to do. Buy the book, and then let's work. That's what I wanted to do. So I don't know what you think of that.
I'm down with that. And I'll even contribute, like anything I contribute, whether it's the editing, you know what I mean? Like I just want people to make it happen. You gotta make it happen. You gotta put the fucking content out there. I'm still trying to remember that point, but you know what it was? You know what it was? I remember what it was. I know why. I can see. Every time something happens to you, you gotta play. What playing the devil's advocate means. You gotta be on both sides. You gotta look at the good side. You gotta look at the bad. You gotta be the neutral person. You can't just be one-sided when something happens. I think I know why Swizz Beatz and Nipsey didn't shout me out.
Okay.
Now on that video, I was kind of being funny, and I dissed Jay-Z. I was like, "Fuck Tidal." Because I was mad. Around the time I was making that video, there was a new Jay-Z video that came out. And I wanted to see that video. I like Jay-Z. I'm a Jay-Z fan. I don't like the new Jay-Z, the rich Jay-Z, the quiet, like the street Jigga.
Yeah, the hard knock life.
Yeah, I miss Jigga. I miss the old Jigga. And I actually met Jay-Z about some time ago, right before the end of the year, and I was trying to get a picture with him, and he didn't even give me a picture. I was so hurt. I was so hurt. I felt like a little bitch. But anyway, I was just fucking around because Jay-Z is all Hollywood now. He's a billionaire now, and I love it. I love it. He's from Brooklyn. He's from my neighborhood. But I'm just being funny. Fuck Jay-Z. I'm a fan of Jay-Z. I just be fucking around. Like sometimes when I make these videos, I just be being funny. And I don't mean it from my heart. I'm like, as far as the information, I'm being real. But like sometimes I'll be like, well, fuck them. I'm just being funny. Like I have no ill will towards anybody. Like I'll say, fuck that guy. But it's a joke. I'm not mad. I'm not like an angry person. So I said fuck Jay-Z and fuck Tidal. In comparison to Spotify and Apple Music, Tidal just wasn't something to be focused on. Now, a mainstream artist can push a lot of traffic to Spotify and they can make it worthwhile to it and make their money. But an independent artist, it's going to be hard for you to push that many people to Tidal because they don't have that many subscribers. So what I was trying to say in that video was to tell an independent artist to focus on the mainstream platforms, which are YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music. And I meant Spotify meant you're wasting your time because if you don't have a big following, you're not going to be able to get a million people to sign up to Spotify. And that's why I said fuck Spotify. I didn't mean it in a, like I'm mad at Jay-Z. Like I respect Jay-Z. I was trying to get a picture with his ass. So much I respect him. Like I don't walk up to men and ask for pictures and shit. And Swizz Beatz is good friends with Jay-Z. Like he was at Swizz Beatz' birthday party where I met Jay-Z. So I see why he probably didn't shout out my name in that video because at the end of the video I say fuck Tidal. And mainstream artists, they want to fuck with Tidal because they're gonna make a lot of money if they get their audience to go there and download. So Nipsey also at the end of that tweet, Nipsey was like, "Go to Tidal."
Oh.
Nipsey was like, damn, if I shout this guy out, he said fuck Tidal, but I want people to go to Tidal so I can make more money than Apple Music and Spotify. So in hindsight, I understand why they didn't shout me out. But I was just picking, it was a good topic. And I was trying to, there's one side of it where, they should have still gave me my credit, but then there's another side where I was dissing Jay-Z, their homie, and I was dissing a place where they could possibly make more money. So I understand why, but, and it just goes back to being a devil's advocate. Don't never try to see each side. It's cool to have your own views, but when you have your own views, try to see other sides. And I think that's the reason why they didn't shout me out. But then there's some guys who just won't shout you out. They'll take your shit and it don't matter if you just said fuck Jay-Z or not, or fuck Tidal or not. And they still, I don't think I said fuck Jay-Z. I said fuck Tidal. I said fuck Tidal. But it don't matter. They'll steal your shit and they don't matter who you diss. And but you go back, you got to look at one side. Maybe he really is a fan of your music and he just didn't get around to giving you props, or maybe he wants to give you the props on the back end, or I don't know. You just got to do you and give people the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Talking about swagger jacking, what I was proposing, like the hottest song right now, it's called Old Town Road from Lil Nas X. Yeah. So I was thinking like if the, PSS, we made a song called like Cowboy Town. We made like a country rap music like called Cowboy Town, and then we come up with like the cowboy dance, something like that. Hey, I'm staring at you like Clint Eastwood, and this is the West, some shit like that. We come up with something similar, and we make like a little cheesy videos and stuff, and then we upload it. We make like one song. Okay, for everybody that watching, if you come up with a song called the Cowboy Town or the Cowboys thing, you stole it from us. You swagger jacked us. So, this is our idea, So whatever, just give us credit if you do, But nonetheless, we can come up with something like this. Like I was saying, if the 4 of us come in and we will need a marketer, and all 4 of us give $25, that's $100. So once the song is complete, we give it to the marketer, and then he marketed on Facebook and specifically on Spotify and YouTube, the main point, and he marketed, and then we should be doing all right. That is an example,
Yo, you just said something. So does Spotify have a situation where you can pay them to market your music?
Yes, they do. That's why I don't have the money for that, because the minimum payment you need for them to play a little 30-second ad for you is $250.
Oh, so shit.
Yeah, that's the minimum for
shit.
For a 30-second. But now once they do that, then people, everybody on Spotify. So once they hear it, the algorithm is gonna pick it up and then they're gonna push it up, and then it's gonna go viral, because that's one thing we need, we need to do. Like if anybody want to collab, my email is ebonblak@gmail.com. You can contact me. We'll put something together. We'll have like can we do this on Google Hangout, like 3-4 people? Like you used to do back in the day with iChat?
I really want to start doing the live videos, but I don't want it to be whack. Like I don't want to, because I only got about 20,000 subscribers, and a lot of the people that subscribe, they're not here for like the music business videos. A lot of my subscribers be here for like Criminals Gone Wild or whatever. And so I don't know, like I'm just waiting for the right time, but I was thinking about doing the live videos. I think that'd be cool, like where I'm just doing live sessions and people could jump in and I want to do that. I'm just waiting for the right time.
Yeah. Well, again, not to be that guy that back up his trunk, his dump truck in your yard and dump all his shit. It's just like,
it's cool.
I'm tired of people keep asking questions like, yo, get the book. If you want to be a part of this, get the book, and then you learn, you'll share the same mindset that we have. We all know the same thing. We know about PROs. I got once I bought your book, once I record all my songs, once I record them myself, I make the beat and everything, they are automatically copyright because you explain that. And then two, I get a performance right organization or organization, something like that with BMI. I think BMI stands for Broadcast Music Industry.
Something like that.
Yeah. So I got with BMI and Sound Exchange.
Yeah.
And I register my song on Nielsen BDS just in case I got some radio play. You never know. Because iHeartRadio is like a satellite radio. So they tracking everything that I register with them. So, and I sent my song to DistroKid. Again, you can head up to my channel and then there's a link in my videos and you can get 5% off. And sorry, man, I'm advertising on your channel. So, and you can get something with DistroKid. And with DistroKid, there's a section that's a team. Like if we form the group, once we publish the song, everybody gonna get their royalty. Nobody gonna be ripped off.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pull any mark on any niggas. So let's let's do this. So I don't want to bring this dude again on this conversation. You already, we beat that horse already. This horse is dead, so I don't want to beat it again.
Shout out to the homie, man. I ain't tripping about none of that shit, man.
Yeah, man. So I was thinking if we do something like this, we come up to Google Hangout. Anybody that you're serious, all right, we'll get together. We'll make a schedule. We'll make a plan. Something. I would prefer the students to do it because you already did everything, man. You are the teacher, the mentor. You just have to sit back and watch us. If we need anything, we'll come up to you. But if you come, that will be best. And then people, man, you need to. It's time stop. In one of your videos called how to stop procrastinating, something like that.
Yeah.
You need to stop that. You need to release at least one song a week, man. You need to. That's what I want to start the challenge. One song a week challenge with the PSS and something like that. So
yeah. That's really a good one. The one song a week. That's a good one. Cause like I've been bullshitting. Like I got all these songs that I'm working on, and like I don't know. Like I'll get to it later. Or it's like, or it don't sound like I just quit on it. But it's almost like I'm not setting these quotas for myself. And it go back to like, it's just ideas. Like I don't know, like the more my situation builds up, I'm like trying to be all perfectionist and shit. But the spirit is just to drop, man, just to drop that content and see what works, man. People don't care about the perfect shit. They want that real and they want that creativity. And man, I think you're on the right track, man. You've been giving me some good ideas, man. It's really a brainstorming effort, man. That's all just coming together, like-minded people coming together and just brainstorming ideas, songs, throwing beats back and forth, and that's how greatness happens.
Yes.
Yeah, man. We on the right track right now.
Yes, we are. And then I would appreciate it if anybody, before you ask any question, the book is available in 3 versions. The paperback, the ebooks, and then the audio books. I got all 3 of them. So
thank you, man.
And so you gotta keep getting it and study. And if you want a jumpstart, just go to Prestley Snipes channel, click on his name, go to playlist, check the playlist that say how to make it in the music video, and then just watch it at least once a week, man. And you get everything. So that's what I did. I study a lot, and I start putting things out. So now my final thing, I was working with this artist, right? She was a female, and you know how female does. You know, they get emotional just like this. And I believe you had that girl. I think her name was Nico or something. That white girl in that BM. So you have to drop the mic because she didn't have the same mindset that you had.
Yeah.
So I had this girl. We made 3 songs actually, and one of them was like a hit, and it started getting emotional because her boyfriend threatened me because
They think
she got popular. Yeah,
they think you smashing that girl.
exactly. He threatened. That's what he said. He threatened to kill me because he said, like, you know what? Okay, now you become popular on social media, so he's doing you because he make the beats and write the song. So I don't know what's your thoughts on that.
Oh my gosh, this is a good you coming with the good questions. Like you coming with the stuff that I forgot to talk about. But yeah, man, I just was going through this last week with one of my business partners. And I'm not gonna get too detailed in the names. I'm not trying to put nobody on blast. I would love to mention his name because everybody who follows me, they probably know who I'm talking about. Okay. But I didn't promote this video on my channel because I had a feeling this shit was gonna happen. I was about to upload the video on my channel, okay. But I'm like, nah, let me just wait to see what happens with this situation. My a producer who we had a deal with, me and him have a joint venture together, 50-50 joint venture. He found this female, and she beautiful girl. She's looked like Aaliyah, looked like a little young Aaliyah type of shit. Like, I was sold. She was cute. She wanted to rap. She wanted to sing. And she was fine as hell. She was just beautiful young girl. I think she was about 19, 20.
Wow.
So he was working with her. They was working on a project. And then he starts sending me all this footage. Like, yo, this is the music video. Edit this, Prez. You know how to edit better than me. So I said, man, if you believe in this shit, I'm all in. Like, I don't know who this girl is, but if you believe in it, and I know I believe in you, whatever you say, homie. So he sends me all the clips. For some reason, when I was trying to edit it, the footage wasn't working on my Final Cut, so I had to upload the videos and I had to download them. And we was having a problem getting the videos because videos be like 1 gigabyte, and it takes a while to upload them and download them to iCloud. So it was a long process just to get the footage on my computer. So I finally get the videos on my computer after days of uploading and downloading and all this shit. So now I'm trying to edit the videos, and these are HD files, and I need to buy a new laptop to tell you the truth. Like, make a long story short, I spent days editing this girl's video. Days, maybe almost a week, trying to put like time where I took time out of my day. And then a part of me, in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, she gonna pull this video down. The minute it goes up, she's gonna take it down. And I know this. I know this is gonna happen. This is what always happens. This is what always fucking happens with female artists, or most artists in general, but female artists especially.
Yes.
They'll waste your time. You'll be working with them for 3 months, a month, a week, or whatever. You'll be putting money and time into them and believing in them and really trying to take them to the top. And then this stuff would happen. This diva stuff happens. Someone gets in their ear. A boyfriend, a guy gets in their ear. He's it's like I don't want to like say the word pimping, but it's like I'm not talking about pimping like human trafficking. I'm talking about like pimping. Pimping means oh, you cool, your girl. Oh, your pimping ain't good. It means your girl, you're allowing your girl to get strayed away by some other force. I'm not talking about human trafficking and selling. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to make that clear for the viewers. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. When you say to another man, you say, "Oh, you slacking on your pimping," or that means his girlfriend is yelling at him or something, and he ain't checking her. He's not putting her in check. So, as a man, if you got a girl and you feel like you're pimping, like you don't have control over her mind, and her moves and some other guys telling her what to do. And
what to do, yes, yeah.
You feel like less of a man. You feel like there's another pimp out there, you know, so you want to try to regulate and who he talking about? Oh, this song whack. Oh, he told, you know, so now he's putting all this shit in her head. And the song might have been whack, but that's not the energy you need to be putting in an artist. You need to be putting confidence in an artist. You need to be telling, no, this is great. Keep on going. Because some stuff is whack. Some stuff we do is whack. But when people call it out, it fucks up our self-esteem.
Yes, it does.
Sometimes it does. It don't for me. Like, I don't let people tell me shit no more. I do what I feel. But to a new artist, that could fuck up their self-esteem. So if you got some guy who's like her boyfriend, who she loves and trusts, is telling her that shit is whack, she gonna come at you sideways. Like, she ain't even gonna say it was my boyfriend that said it's whack. Somebody told me, somebody told, you know, so now you gotta deal with that. And unless you fucking her, and that's your girlfriend, it's gonna be hard to kind of have influence, because now the work, and a lot of people be thinking, a lot of the boyfriends, they think, oh, sometimes it's just a work relationship. Sometimes it's platonic work relationship. Like I'm married. Like I got a wife at home.
I got kids and shit.
I got kids. I'm not trying to screw your wife, but that's what the man is thinking. And
yes, that's what he said, man.
Yeah, and you'd be like, well, I don't want your man to come to the session because now he's gonna mess with our vibe and our creativity. But our creative vibe isn't necessarily a sexual vibe. We're just vibing on some creative shit, and you just happen to be a woman. It's tough. Like, this is a tough business, because now you're dealing with outside forces. You're dealing with outside energy that you have no control of. And a lot of times, if that person was there, y'all could have that conversation, but then that conversation could stop the creative process. So now I'm trying to explain to this motherfucker, oh, your critique is fucking up our creative flow. So now we're not creative. Now we're thinking about this fucking asshole. It's so tough. It's so tough working with a girl. It's so tough working with a girl. Unless that's your girlfriend. But then if it's your girlfriend, now the emotions between y'all two come involved. And now she's not working as hard because, oh, that's my man.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want. Yeah.
It's a tough relationship. Like, you're able to break a female artist, man, you were the man. You were fortunate. And a lot of times, like with the female artists, you gotta have that money. You gotta be in that position to where you gotta have that money sometimes to be dealing with these female artists, because sometimes they're just not grounded enough, or their partner, their man isn't grounded enough, and he feels insecure, and you know, and then don't have no money because then her man is really gonna be feeling insecure. Now you know, it's just tough, man. It's really tough, and everybody has to be on the same page. If this isn't a girl who you're in a relationship with, then her man has to be cool with you. Y'all have to have an understanding. And if this is a girl you have in a relationship with, that's a whole nother understanding, because it's almost like y'all have to have an understanding that this relationship doesn't work out, this physical relationship, whatever this emotional relationship doesn't work out, our business relationship still works. So like, okay, if something happens between us personally, it's not going to affect this contract that you signed with me to where I own 50% of this music. It's tough, and it's tough. Like, a lot of times, emotional relationship break out, and all the business and all that other shit goes out the window.
They just, it's crumbles.
It's tough. It's tough. My guy Roger, he told me, he said, never fuck your talent.
Don't.
Yo, my guy used to work with Adina Howard. He used to work with Adina Howard. One of the, back in the 90s, a freak like me.
Yes.
That's her manager, who she was signed to, was one of my best friends, one of my mentors. He was my manager. And that was what he told. He said, never fuck your talent. But like I said, even if y'all not having that type of relationship, it's gonna be outside forces, females, people be in their ears. Don't let them be pretty. People be in their ears, man. For real, man. Like, I had a girl in a McConan music video.
Yes.
Man was a rapper.
Oh.
So his girl was in the video twerking it, looking good. She was in that motherfucker looking great. She got a banging ass body, titties everywhere.
Yeah.
So he tried to come back and tell me he didn't like Makona's beat. This was right before Drake. This was right before the Drake remix. This motherfucker tried to tell me, he gotta come threaten me like, oh, you got my girl in this nigga in this rapper video. This shit corny. This shit corny. What is this? You need to be working with me. You need to be shooting my videos and all this shit. And he was like trying to threaten me to tell me to take the video down. And this dude is like 6'5". This is some old motherfucker. You look like a big motherfucking shit, but I ain't trying to be getting into no fights, no physical fights over no music video, over no creative. Like, I'm not trying to get physical over some music video. I'm not trying to be fighting you and now we having a gang war and I gotta call my homies to come and Ain't nobody trying to go over this no fucking music.
Childish.
Because your girlfriend was in my artist video. So yeah, he's threatening me and take that video down off that YouTube. That artist is whack. And the funny shit was a few months later, Makonnen blew up and got the Drake deal. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at them dudes like, yeah, you punk ass motherfuckers. Like, y'all, yeah. You was telling me my artist is whack. Now look at us. We on tour. We tour with Drake and Lil Wayne now, you bitch ass motherfucker. Yeah. And that was the biggest smack in the face, like when that shit happened. Like all the people that was telling me that shit was whack. But yeah, anyway, ain't nothing you can do. It go back to people copying your shit. It's nothing when you go to artists. It's nothing it's out of your control. Like if that's got money to just check motherfuckers. Oh, her boyfriend coming up, and as it go back to being like in that Birdman position. Oh, her boyfriend coming over, buy him a car. Oh, you got a problem working with your female? Yo, hey, go drive my Benz around Miami. You need some money to go to the strip club? Here go $5,000, dog. Go ahead and make it rain, dog. We about to make money, dog. You know, that's the only way you're gonna appeal to that mindset. You gotta pay people off.
Yes.
You gotta just be able to pay. If you can't pay people off, you're gonna deal with bullshit. You're gonna deal with fucking bullshit. And there's nothing else really
you can't do, man.
It's nothing you can do. It's like you gotta pay people to make them quiet sometimes, you know?
Yeah. And one thing that you say about the dude that say don't fuck your talent, and something happened a few months ago with Rick Ross. He made a statement that everybody was flaming him for, and he said something to that effect that he doesn't have any female artists signing to his label because he know for a fact he's going to hate it. So it's like, hey man, I know myself. I don't trust myself with those women. And people were like, oh, and stuff. And I'm like, yo, you don't know the industry, man. This man is telling the truth. So you'll doing fine on your own then to bring those female, and they're gonna bring their emotion, and then they're gonna mess up everything, man.
Yeah.
You know, that man gonna come and tell you, the dude threatened me like to kill me, murder me. I'm like, yo, calm down, man. You know, he actually called his homies, and then they come in a group. And when the dude came in, when they see how big I was, and they call him, they talk to him. So he actually come down. I'm like, you know what? I cancel everything. I told the girl, listen, whenever we have time, we'll work. So I just drop everything with her.
See, it's almost like, let's go back. I just thought about this before I forget this point. Whitney Houston used to be like signed to like Clive Davis. So like, he's this old ass white guy. He looks like a fucking senior citizen. You ain't worried. If Whitney Houston's your girlfriend, you're gonna be like, oh, she's just hanging out with Clive. That old fucking fart. And this is funny. I shouldn't even be saying this on the video. Clive could have been fucking, and you wouldn't even thought about it because you didn't feel insecure about Clive.
Yes, but yeah, that's true.
And it's even crazy for like, I don't know. It just I don't know. People be insecure as fuck. Like, don't be the same age as the guy. They're gonna think you want his girl. I mean, people, that's just natural. Like, you got a pretty girl, you think people are gonna want her, and if you're not at the top of your game, you're gonna be insecure. And a lot of these girls, they mess with these insecure guys.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I don't want my girl hanging out with no random. I don't want my girl in the studio for 12 hours with Ebon Blak.
That's what he was saying. That's
like a porno name or something.
Yes. That's what it was.
Ebon Blak. Oh, what y'all doing over there?
God, listen, man, you hit the point. You know what happened? A lot of people been sending me email. They like, yo, every time I tap your name, Ebon Blak, Ebony Pun keep popping, man.
Yeah.
Ebony Pun. I'm like, yo, you know.
Oh, y'all over there making music?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right. I'm coming over there.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And like I said, even if my girl was over there with Clive Davis for 12 hours, I'm like, what y'all over there doing? You and Clive. Yeah, like it's just motherfuckers. I feel always like, as far as a woman that you love, you're gonna be thinking in your mind as a man. That's just part of just being a man. Like you just want, wait, where my girl at? Who's she with? She with some man that's working on some music. Really? They work. Remember that Kevin Hart? Really? Y'all working on music? Really? Like I don't know, man. That's
what he did.
It's part of the game, man. It's just part of the game. I don't know what to say, man. It's funny, but whatever, man.
You can't do nothing. And one last thing about that, the last music we released was the title was Let's Vibe. So I make the beats and write the song. When he was listening to the song, and he thought like, because the song was like somewhat sexual, but it was sensual instead of sexual.
Oh.
But he took it to the next level. That's why I flipped out. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna let no niggas kill me for no bitch. You know?
Yeah. Fuck all that.
Get the fuck out of here, and then I'm done, man. So, my final question, man. When are you going to make the second edition of the book? Like when?
You know, I think I'm ready now. I just have to get in the mode where I write. Like, I actually have a book that I want to work on also. I got 3 books that I'm actually need to just stop everything I'm doing and work on those 3 books.
Okay.
I right now, like my goal right now is like towards this real estate stuff. Like I'm doing this web series, the Making Money with Prestley Snipes web series, and I'm working on closing a deal. I got a lot of stuff lined up right now, but I'm working on closing a deal and showing people some money. You know what I mean? And that's why it's like I started something, now I gotta finish this. I make a show called Making Money. I need to be showing some money. So I need to be closing some deals, and I'm trying to find a way to close a deal before I start focusing on other ventures. Like, you know, cause the book is moving. I got it to where the book is moving on autopilot. Like, I don't have to even upload a video, and the book is still gonna sell because all the videos I made. And it goes back to, that's really what you're trying to do with the music. You're trying to create a machine to where you put out so much content and so much shit to where people are just, people are going to be listening to music, or your music is going to get played 1,000 times a day or 5, you create a machine. So I'm trying to create this machine with this real estate thing right now. And I don't, I'm like, damn, that writing the book, you kind of got to go into a mode.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I want to do some real estate deals, and then I want to go back to writing, finishing these 3 books I'm working on. But yeah, soon. I'm hoping sometime in 2020. I'm not going to say 2019. I'm going to spend this next 6 months working on this real estate and closing some deals, man. I want to show you some money, man. I'm trying to come up with my own process for this whole real estate thing so that I could teach people my process, because everybody got their own formula. Everybody's like, the way they succeed, it's a little different. I'm trying to come up with my own formula. So I don't know. I'm thinking like 2020. I'm a get back to writing.
All right, man. I'll be ready to get that book, man. And because I read a lot, I read this, and one thing you said about the self-esteem, and for the viewers that are watching, I would like you guys to buy the book by Pressley. I believe you will put a link in the video, right?
I'll put it at the bottom. And make sure you send me. And obviously, you're okay with me putting this on the channel, right?
Of course.
My guy.
You should put it, and then people just buy the books. There's 3 format, and there's another book that I personally read. It's called "Pull Yourself by the Bootstrap." Self-esteem. Pull yourself by the bootstrap. 50 best practical way, something like that. But it's really good to read books, man, because like you said before, not everything is on the video on YouTube, man. You got to read books, read some books and everything. once again, Prez, it was an honor for me to talk to you, man, and I really appreciate all the wisdom that you've been giving me. And hopefully, man, I work 6 days a week. Right now, I took one of your ideas and I make video while I'm at work picking up trash with the machine and all that. So I upload it and I put them on my social media. Some people commented and they mostly asking me, hey, are they hiring where you're staying at? I'm like, yo, man.
You created interest.
Yes.
With real shit.
Real
and
shit.
That's what it's all about. People want jobs. People, oh wow, he's doing this. I mean, people are interested in that. That's a multi-million, probably multi-billion-dollar industry. That industry. My cousin was did that in NYC. He did that. He retired. He did that for 20, 30 years, and he was always able to, take care of his business. You know what I mean? It's like, and we gotta have our main hustles, because you got a family. You gotta have your hustle. You gotta have your job, and music is cool. Sometimes you'll get some music money. It is sometimes some people are fortunate to just live off of this music full time. It's a small amount of people. Like, in the meantime, you gotta have your job, man. So I commend you for having your family, taking care of your family, working, hustling, and still having your dream, pursuing your dream as a musician, and you're doing it. You're making it happen. You're investing in yourself. You're buying. You're reading. And that's really what it's all about. This entrepreneur shit. It's not easy. It's not. It's not easy.
It's not easy, man.
And a lot of people just see the good side on Instagram. They see the entrepreneurs and they see us showing off. They see us showing off awards. But my life it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been an easy breeze. Like, it's been work. It's been ups and downs.
Yes, sir.
It's real. It's real. It's no one never said this shit was gonna be easy. It's not for everybody.
It's not.
You gotta grind. It's like that word when they hear, "Oh, I'm grinding." No, grinding it causes friction. When if you grind long enough, your knuckles will bleed. If you grind, it's like grinding causes pain. It hurts.
It get hurt.
Yeah. You're gonna back out and cry. You're gonna keep grinding. You're just gonna take those scars and move on.
Yeah.
Scar tissue. You gotta have that scar tissue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's you heard it, man. That's the title of my next song, called Grinding, So I'm working on that song. I already wrote the lyrics, make the beat. All I need to is record it, because I'm trying to do 1% a day. Every day I wake up, I just do 1%. By 90 days, I should have 90%. By 100 days, I should be complete, just 1% a day. Not that much. I got that from the book. I got it right here. It's called Self-Esteem. Pull yourself by your own bootstraps. The 50 best self-reliance technique to achieve success in your life and be at peace with yourself, something like that. So you have accomplished little by little. Little by little, the bird made its nest. The bird took one piece of one little branch and put it there. Another. Next thing you know, it got a big nest. So that's how you need to do it. Don't try to do everything together. First step, get the book, know everything, because like you said, one of the video, there's no excuse for ignorance, man. When people swagger jack you, they take your shit, make money with it, and then you didn't copyright, you didn't register with the PRO. That's your own fault, man.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for ignorance, because the book is there. Get it, and then with that, I say, man, respect, honor, man, and then hopefully, man, we'll talk soon. If there's anything come up, man, I'll let you know. Oh, before I forgot, so what is it, man? You give up on the whole movie thing? You don't do movies anymore? You don't come up with movies and stuff?
Yeah. That's really my real goal. My real goal is to make a movie.
You can, man. You can make it, man. Shit.
Yeah. And it's gonna take time. It's gonna take money, and I'm not trying to raise no money. I want to do this with my own money.
Yes.
And I want to put this together, independently. And I'm waiting for the right time. I'm ready for the right time. I'm creating these machines. I'm creating these systems, these money-making systems.
Streams of income. Yes.
Yeah, and with that, I want to reinvest into my passion, which is filmmaking, television production,
Yes, sir.
Commercials,
Yeah.
marketing,
Multimedia producing.
helping other people market, like helping other big brands come up
That's
with
a big business right there. Marketing is big now, man.
Yeah, you know, and I think about creating a marketing firm, but at the same time, I don't want to just like, I want to help people make their shit happen, but I also want to make shit happen for me. Like, you can spend your whole life helping other people market, and then you haven't marketed your own shit. Yes, so it's like, I got ideas too. I'm not just good at marketing. I'm actually good at creating also and producing. So I'm just, as you know, if it's meant to be, I'll be grateful. If not, you know, I was able to do that Criminals Gone Wild, and it did what it did, and I left a mark. But I hope I can make another a feature-length movie, and not some documentary, something that's scripted, where I put together a story. Man, I got some fucking ideas, but I'm just.
I got so many right there. Got so many, man.
Yeah, and you know, you can't put a timeline on your success. Like, I meant to watch this Samuel L. Jackson interview I just seen in my recommended. Like, I think he was older before his shit popped.
Yeah, he was really old. Yes, he was.
Yeah, I think he was in his early 40s before his acting career really popped off, or maybe he was in his late 30s. And we can't put a timeline on our success. Some people were fortunate enough to succeed when they were 17 or 15, or they were outstars, and they just grew up into fame. Some people, their success comes later on in life. So, you know, don't never put a timeline of success. Don't compare your success with anybody else's. You're living your life. Your path is different from everyone else's, and you know, just do what you do and be creative. You know.
Yes, like I always say, success is not a race. You know, you don't have to rush to get there first. You know, you just got to get there. You know, however it takes you, just be careful when you get there. If somebody get there before you, that doesn't mean the race is over. Like, you have to give up and stuff. You have to keep going. You know, once you made it, that's how it is. You know.
Yeah, they got this. I think it's in rap mostly, the hip hop culture. They try to. It's like, oh, once you hit a certain age, you're done.
You're done. Yeah, man.
Like, it's over.
You old ad is the new ad now.
Ad and all this shit. It's like, yo, man, at the end of the day, I'm trying to make some money for my family. I don't care what age. I'm going to be trying to do this till I die. Like, you know, and it comes with being an entrepreneur and being ambitious. You're always going to be trying to succeed and outdo yourself. If you're ambitious and you're a warrior and you're a champion, you're always going to be trying to fight. And you're always going to be trying to outdo what you did last year. And it don't matter what fucking age you are. I don't give a fuck if you 40, whatever, 50. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that other shit is just sucker talk. You know what I mean? All that, oh, give it up. You got a family now. Take care of your kid. Nah, I'm taking care of my kids, but I'm still trying to do better. You know? I'm still trying to rise above. I'm still raising the bar. You know what I mean? All that other shit is sucker talk to me. You know?
Yes, sir. All right. Well, my daughter keep opening the door. She wanna play. You know.
Take care of that, man. Handle your business, man.
It's time for me, man.
You call me and hit me up whenever, man. I'm here whenever. So.
All right, man. You know. So I'll call you because I got other things that I wanted to bring to your attention, but I would want engagement from the subscribers. You guys watch. You never commented. You never liked. At least dislike the video. All right. You know, I mean, we're not telling you, but at least get engagement. That's how you get involved. All right. You get the book, you get engaged, you subscribe, you comment, you put the songs out there, and that's how people are gonna see your name. They're gonna see you. You make yourself seen. So that's how you make things happen. You know, a lot of things that I did according to the book, and I'm start seeing like real results. Back then, I wish I knew those things back then. I would have been just like Soldier Boy, you know. But now I just know them. Once again, man, honor and respect, man. I'll talk to you later. Be safe, all right?
All right, hit me up whenever, man. You know, I'm always here.
All right, man.
All right, peace, man. Nice talking with you.
All right.
All right, man.